Hi everybody, I'm Terry, and this is Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. It's actually our second annual Crafty Christmas. We're going to have, you've seen this a bunch of times already because this is week 3, so you already know about this part. And I just want to remind you about the challenges. We did a challenge yesterday, which was on the 14th. And the challenge week is the 14th through the 20th. You do not have to do the challenge project. However, the challenge project ended up being kind of fun. And yeah, you can make anything you want and submit it to get in the giveaway. I will go about that giveaway in just a second. The first 3 Sundays in December, when the challenge videos are released, which are on these 3 dates, then the freebies will fly. Several of the designers participating in the Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 event have donated freebies for you to use. Now, some of them match the kits they donated for us to use, and some of them don't, but most of them do. So if you go to the Linktree link, or click on the Linktree link, then that will take you to a web page, and that will have the 3 Facebook groups listed, have my YouTube listed at the top, I believe, and then below that will be a link that says designers and prize donor Etsy shops. If you click on that, then you can go to the Etsy shop Linktree. Yes, I know, a Linktree within a Linktree. And that will give you a list of everyone that donated prizes and that donated kits. And I always tell you which kit I'm using, so it would be easy for you to find the coordinating kit to the freebies. Okay, so now really quick, because I just want to go over it again. To enter the Facebook giveaway, you go to one of the 3 Facebook groups that are mine, and you post your Christmas project using any Christmas papers. Any. You don't have to use the freebies, and you do not have to buy a kit to participate. Okay? Just make sure you have the hashtag Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 in the post. You can post from December 1st through the 30th, Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Okay? And then you can post the same post in all 3 groups to get more entries, but you can only post 1 post per day per group. That will count. Please post more. You're more than welcome to, but when I start keeping track, then only 1 post per day per group is going to count as an entry. The YouTube giveaway, you make a comment on any of my videos and include the hashtag Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 on videos from December 1st through the 30th at 3 p.m. is when I'm going to start counting, and use the hashtag. And you get 1 entry per post, 1 post per video. The videos created by the collaborators, prize donors, and designers are not included in the giveaway. Okay? All the links to everything are at the Linktree link, and that'll be posted everywhere. I wanted to show you the calendar real quick, even though we're in week 3. We have tons of people and tons of videos, and I'm going to be doing 1, 2, 3 projects. I'm going to try to get a 4th project in, see if I can get one made. That way you've got one from 4 different designers. Okay? And then on the last day, or the last week, I'm scheduled for the 29th, but I might take that day off and then just post the drawing on the 31st. But there's lots of cool people on here. I'm not going to read various random names because that wouldn't be fair to the others, but just know that your calendar is full of videos that you can watch, and each one is going to be a craft that you can make for Christmas. The earlier ones, all the way up to maybe the 20th, you might be able to give away as gifts. All the way up to the 25th, you could give in person probably, I would think. And if you're running late, okay, so yesterday we did our spinner card, not our spinner tag, but a spinner card. And I haven't finished decorating it yet, but it goes with this kit. And the kit is called Christmas time, and it's by Julie's Papercraft. And I wanted to show you the papers real quick. Let me move this out of the way. We're going to use that in this project as soon as I get it decorated. But this kit has 70 pages in it. Before I show you the papers, I want to show you the ephemera. Now, it took me all day on my scan and cut to get all this cut out. Well, not all day, but several hours. And that's all the longer a day is for me because of my neck and my back. So I cut up this ephemera, and you're like, oh, that's not bad. That's so cute. Then I cut up all of this ephemera, which are Christmas tree bulbs. Then I cut up all of this ephemera, which there's tons in here, all for you to do. And then I cut up this ephemera, which are the bigger things, the postcards, the envelopes, these great big pockets. I love the ones with the nutcrackers on them. And yeah, so, you know, I wonder if I can get away with that. No, I think they're too big. I don't know. Let me put it over here. Now, on this project, we will not be inking. I've decided to do it clean. There's too much small ephemera with too many little points and things. This one looks like the scan and cut ate it. Let's trim it up a little bit. Okay. Scan and cut. Sometimes if you have a reflection or a gloss or something like that, it will take that as a white spot. All right, let's move this ephemera out of the way. There's, like I said, 70 pages in this kit. On here, you've got a couple of writing pages because this one's darker. This one's light enough to write on. And these papers are gorgeous. Macarons are my favorite cookies in the world. They're kind of expensive. They're French. They had a macaron shop here in town. And my friend Claudine and I used to go down there once every couple of months and as a treat have a couple of cookies. They were $3.50 for each cookie. And so these are some of your other papers. I love the lantern, or the bulbs, lanterns, whatever, and presents, and Santa Claus, and cupcakes, lollipops. Some more lanterns. There's not a whole lot of writing space. So what we'll do is we'll use the backs as the writing spaces. We've got backing pages that have repeating patterns. This one's especially pretty. Okay. These these backing pages are what I put on the backs of everything else randomly. All right, and then you have your red ones. I think I put that on the back of a few of the ephemera that I cut. And then if you'll remember from yesterday's challenge, I also have the 2 pages of ephemera that are reversed from each other. You can tell because the text is backwards on this one. So you can do whatever you want. You could make a little piece of ephemera. You could glue them together and make it and put it in a little tuck spot. So I still may cut these out. So that's what we've got for that, minus a couple of pages that I have set up. We're going to be using, let me move this ephemera back a little bit. Move these papers right here. Oopsie. Yeah, some of them have writing on them and some of them don't. They're polka dots and this pattern and that pattern. Anyway, stripes, all kinds of stuff. So it's a very fun kit. Lots of food and Santas and things like that. So we're going to start out with 3 8.5 by 11 white pieces of paper folded in half. Now for page 1, I had set out for a flip up. Then I thought it might be fun to put an envelope going the other way, and then cover it with one of these pockets, the flap. So we'll see if that's going to work. Let's see. I was going to put this as our paper and this is our flip up. Yeah, and we'll have to lose 3/8 of an inch. For the flipping up mechanism. And I thought I would put, let me leave that, this piece of ephemera up here, these little lanterns. I think this will work fine for our pockets, or our pocket, our nutcracker pocket. I don't know why I did that, because I'm going to cut it. Okay, so this is going to be our paper. This is going to be our flip open. We're going to need to score it at 3/8 of an inch. We don't need the full 1/2 inch. And I want to keep as much of this on there as I can. I haven't decided on the papers for this. It was a last minute thought, if you know what I mean, to put that on there. And I think I'm going to use, well, let's see. It's going to have to go this way. So we need the pocket that goes that way, which is this one. And I wanted to use this one. We don't have to. We can put it this way. So let's write left. Magnet. Top. Top. All right, I'll put this back in the and then we need to pick out what we're going to put on here. I think what I'm going to put on here I've got a paper like this that doesn't have, I have to reprint that because I used it for something else and I don't know what. Because when I cut this circle out, it's just going to take that flower right off. We can use this for the back of the envelope or the CD. Let's just try. try the one that matches the nutcracker pocket for the front. Which is this one. So we'll use that for the front. And this for the back. Okay. This is our paper. To put this on last, but we can go ahead and score it. You're going to score it right where the bend is. Or I could just make the pocket a little bit bigger and show the full nutcracker. And just trim it down a little bit and not make an open pocket where everything's going to fall out. I want to see the whole nutcracker. So let's trim him and make a flat pocket out of him. There we go. Okay. Wow, did I get that crooked? Oh, yes, yes I did. That looks better. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our flip out that we need to score at 3/8. So we're going to need a magnet on it as well. Kind of like this, no inking. You could have inked this in blue or red or green. You know what I mean? There was just too many. Just blew my mind. So let's put this on here. I'm all caught up on Fire Country, which is a show that's on, oh, it's upside down. I've already scored it. I didn't realize there was text on it. Well, that's all right, because we'll no, we're just going to have to go with the upside down little text. We're going to put a pocket, the big pocket on there. Let's just hope no one notices. Now, at the beginning of the 4th week, I'm going to do a flip through of all of these. This is November, so I'm making them ahead of time. Most of these are going to be prizes in the drawing. Depends if I decide to expand on this one and make a 2 signature journal out of it, then I may keep it. If it's still just a single signature, then I may not, or I may. You never know. I haven't decided, but I'd like to give all 4. I'm doing one a week. I'd like to give all 4 away. Let's see, and then we'll cover that with the pocket. That means I want to put the tape the other way. So that it's easier to put stuff in and out. We'll set that there. So let's cut this out. Okay. You don't need this quite yet. Thinking a tab and a charm. That's why I'm doing it this way. I wasn't going to have the CD on here. And then I thought, well, it's the first page. Alright, and I'm going to have to get the big shot out. I'm going to do that off camera because it jiggles the whole thing and it makes the glass surface slide. So don't want that. Then I'm going to get out my 4-inch circle. Well, I'm not sure if it's 4 or 3, but I know I used this littler one on something. This size littler. And put this one on here. Okay. So you're going to put him teeth down in the center. Then you're going to put this clear plate over the top. Crank it through. I don't know why mine makes a big thud. Everybody says theirs doesn't, but I'm not sure how. I don't really do it as much on circles. If it's the square is small enough that I can do it at an angle, then it doesn't do it on there either. What I need is a magnetic mat. Put that on my Sweepy Papers wish list on Amazon. I do have one. Mostly involves glue and paper. And I've occasionally gotten some surprises off of there, and that's nice. I just have to remember to go back and put like the Fabri-Tac back on the list. It's like a wedding thing. You know, you put it on there. Anyway, if you want to pick up supplies that I recommend, you can go to amazon.com/shop/Sweet Pea Papers, and there's all the tools and things like that that I use that I recommend. But and nothing that I don't. I use everything. Get out some white tabs. I use everything that's on that page, those pages. There's nothing I don't use. Oh, there's a rectangle one. Let me get some white ones. Where I'm going to put them, this is full up here, my little table. There we go. So let's glue this on here. So I'm caught up on Fire Country, but that's only because I use it when I go to sleep, and I sleep through 3 or 4 episodes at a time. I'm going to move it back just a little bit because I forgot to cut the slice off for the CD, you know, the opening for the card. Just going to make a thin slice. Doesn't take very much. Let's see if I got enough there. I don't think I did. I did. Make sure the whole thing is open. If you do it real thin, like I just did. All right. Okay. Let's do the this guy goes over here. Which it isn't going to work, is it? we went ahead and put him on facing the wrong way. If we put this on this way, we still can't put the nutcracker on to cover. That's all right. We will make a different pocket. Boy, I really like this nutcracker, and I wanted him to be in the front. Oh yeah, that'll work. And then I'm putting him right here. To cover this. The white part. That won't work because the white part's going to be on the front. No, it won't. All I have to do is flip it over to a right instead of a left. It should have been a right all along. Let's get our magnet on before we paper the back. And technically we only have 3 videos to do this, so we're obviously not going to get it finished, the mini journal, in time, in 3 videos. I did one and got it done, but I think this one's going to be more intricate. That one was more classic, I think. If I remember correctly. Okay. Now I want this to be on there. So I need to paper the inside. Alright, let's paper the inside with this. Cute. Like that. I'll make a card for it off camera. It goes this way, which is fine either way. And we want the paper to go, what's it getting stuck on? Right up to the crease the fold where this is, but not past it. And we only need to glue right now, we only need to glue this back side, and then that will glue it to the back side here. And at the other end, we'll glue the front side. Okay. No. Yes, because we'll want to glue this end shut so things don't go right through. And even though there's 70 pages, you may need to print more than one, you know, a paper more than once, because I've got a couple of backing papers. There's one that's, like I said, plain without this. That's just the patchwork that I used for something else. And so I will have to print it again if I want to use it. So there's our pocket. And that's cute. Make sure when you glue this back here, you don't glue way up here where you want your card to go in. Okay. Got our magnet here. You want to put this on here. I mean, I want to use the nutcracker. I could have made that smaller, couldn't I? Oh well. So see, this is what we're going to cover with this. So I'm not going to glue the angle. I'm just going to glue straight across and this angle all the way down and this angle and across to make a pocket. So we're just going to glue like that. And then we'll put him on up to the edge. You're still going to see a little bit of the white, but there's no way around it really when you're not I had to draw around almost all of the ephemera, all that little ephemera you saw. I have to erase pencil marks because this white, when it gets to the edge of the scanning cut, is not recognized as an edge. It will go in and out and in and out, in and out. So you have to, I should have done this before I put it in, but I forgot. I didn't notice it. But I don't tell anybody that the writing's upside down. Maybe you won't either. I'm such a goof. Okay. I need a magnet for this. To hold that shut. You would think, well, why don't you just use one magnet on the CD cover to hold the whole thing shut, and the magnet would hold everything shut until you go to open it, then the whole thing would come loose. So that's why I had to put the second magnet in. Okay, so now we need to paper the back of this. Let's see. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I think I can do it regular. Except I wanted this in the center, didn't I? Or close to the center. Now let's do our width. And do you see how this looks better uninked? It does to me. I guess it may not to you. I keep feeling like I have to sneeze, but my nose is not stuffed up. In fact, it's really dry. And I live in Seattle and it's raining out. We've had an inch and a half of rain. We had an inch of rain day before yesterday. It drizzled yesterday, and I think it's going to drizzle today. That's usually what we get, is drizzle. Most people think we get tons and tons and tons of rain, which normally we don't. We get drizzle. So we only get 40 inches of rain, just like Chicago. We don't get any more rain than Chicago does. And then I'll put a charm on the tag. Okay, so now let's take this piece and make a pocket out of it. That'll be cute. Then we can, well, except for I cut it really short. That's all right. I'll center it. Oh, no, I didn't. Paper to paper. Like I said, I may be able to get a 4th video in on doing this, because we'll definitely need it. And in fact, you know, we could probably use 6. But that's not the way the schedule for Christmas is set up. I almost said Christmas in July, because I do both. And we can take this and this and stick them in there temporarily, or not temporarily, but they look cute there. Okay, then I don't have anything small enough to put in this little square right here, and I don't have any like Christmas words, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. And then we want to put this up here, or I want to. I don't know what you want to do. You know what I could do? So I could cut this out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's do that. Let's go a little farther over. Let's just cut off the tan part. Now I'm going to glue this on as a tuck. Maybe I can find something to tuck in there, maybe not. If not, then nobody will know that it's not a, you know, that it is a tuck. So I'm not going to slide it all the way over. I'm going to put it on straight. So I'm going to center it. Yeah, that looks good. We could use one piece of taller ephemera. I'll go back through. We've got plenty of ephemera. So you get your Christmas tree, Christmas ornament, and present candy. I'll make a card for here. I'll have to put the charm up here. This is going to face the inside of the book. So it's just going to be a card that sticks out a little bit. If this paper had been a little bit wider, then I would have had more room. But we needed to cover up this with this. And so I need a let's do a postcard and then a note to Santa. Like so. Okay. Yeah, because it's taking us an hour to do this one page, even though I'm trying to work quickly. Can't believe my scanning cut out these little skinny. Looks like I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, I need the glue to. For some reason, I'm thinking of Ghostbusters, and all I can think of is when the guy's going, "I am the Beastmaster." Oh no, it's Keymaster, isn't it? Looks like I need to trim these pages. Jeepers criminy, I pushed that button like 14 times. I think the paper slid. Yeah, it did. So let me do 3 new pieces of paper, and then I'll glue this in off camera. I'll let the glue dry. I forgot these were shorter, so that means these are UK size. So print them with the fit to border off and the full page off, or borderless off, and then you'll get the right size. For some reason I thought they were regular. I think with the ephemera, oh yeah, with the ephemera you have to turn the fit to page off as well, or some of the ephemera gets cut off at the edge of the pages. All right, so I'm going to save these as mistakes, but I can still use the white paper. There's no sense in throwing it away. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. And I will see you on Wednesday, and we will do some more. I'll try to do some pages that aren't quite as intricate, but I wanted to do the front page with you. And then, you know, so we may skip through, and then I'll do the easy pages, you know, if we're just gluing on an image or something like that, because that's what I have planned for the center. I have a full page spread. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to cut in half. Okay? All right. I will see you then. Merry Christmas. I'll see you on Wednesday. And have a good few days.